Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video here today. Today we're back on Planet Coaster 2 as always. Today we're bringing back the Realistic Coaster series, and this is the first one that we've done since we started Hyperpark, so it was a few weeks back we last did one. But today we're doing a little bit more of an unconventional coaster. We are doing an Arrow Looper. I think this is also the first time I've actually spoke on a Realistic Coaster series episode. But yeah, we're doing a Realistic Arrow Looper. The only reason why I'm doing this is because of the fact I have joined a coaster league on TikTok. It's Jnevera. It's the same one that I joined a little while back, but then he stopped the league once I joined. But yeah, he's doing another one. It's more of a short league, so it won't be like every single week and stuff like that. But no, it basically means that every week I'm going to be able to post this on my YouTube, and if you guys would go give me a vote over in that competition, that would be greatly appreciated. Like I said, today the manufacturer I actually got was Arrow, which is hence why I'm doing an Arrow looping coaster. I was really happy with how I managed to get this in the end, because as always with me, realistic profiling was a must. So yeah, and it's got just that. I did make a few layout changes throughout this because it was just like running a bit too slow. It didn't have the most realistic pacing at first. This. But once we got through it, it was all right. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I do apologise, but but no. Now we're moving on into the actual corkscrews here. The iconic double corkscrew that every single Arrow coaster had. I stopped recording that one because it took me very, very long to get that right. But in the end, I did get that right, and I was really happy with how the layout came out in the end. Like I said, it's a vertical loop followed by it's not a dive loop. I can't think what it's called now. It's either a dive loop or a sidewinder. I can't remember. But and then it goes into the iconic double corkscrew that it feels like every single Arrow coaster does have, is the iconic double corkscrew. And yeah, that was my main, the main inspiration around this coaster is just going off of what old Arrow coasters used to be like back in the past, because yeah, most well, obviously aerodynamics, it doesn't exist anymore. In my head, this is like one of the more earlier kind of Arrow coasters, but I feel like it's maybe a bit too smooth, but I am happy with how everything's came out in the end. This is of course going to be fully custom supported, and we're even doing realistic lift supports here now. I actually just used the basic scaffolding piece because I thought I think that looked the most realistic for this build, which is hence why I'm using it in this. Again, I'm really happy with how it's turned out. I had to make a few sacrifices throughout because of stuff like coaster track going underneath. You can see there. Oh, excuse me, I'm very tired. I didn't sleep very well last night. But no, yeah, it's a simple layout. Supports look really good for it. Sorry if I do make some like really weird yawning noises. I am very tired. I didn't sleep the greatest last night, and I was working this morning, so that was fun. So no, back onto this then. No, just doing some more of the sports. They don't have like a angled kind of like truss design, which is hence why I'm doing one here. If they did do that in the game, that would be greatly appreciated, and that would really help when it comes to building custom sports for this. That's the only bit of like the truss design I'm going to do, because I know most of the layouts used to be all like a truss design, but after the lift and the first drop, I decided to move on to some of the more like regular kind of sports, because I thought that was a little bit more realistic, and it looks quite nice. So yeah, I posted a video the other day. You can actually see here I'm nicking the supports from the Vekoma boomerang I use for Wallaby Adventure Valley. Wallaby Adventure Valley doesn't have a Vekoma boomerang anymore because I removed it. But no, I took the supports from there because after all, the Vekoma supports and the Arrow supports were very similar back then, which is hence why I went. Well, yeah, there's reason for that. It's because of the fact that Vekoma literally used to have a stake in Arrow, and they had shares in the company, which is hence why a lot of old Vekomas shared the same track design as Arrow. Fun fact of the day from you didn't think you'd be getting something like that from myself, would you? But no, I'm really happy with how it's turned out. I think this is probably one of the most quickest coasters I've ever custom supported. Like, because normally there's like different bracing and stuff like that, but the Arrow supports are relatively simple. Like, there's not really too much goes into them. Like, there isn't the normal support. Like, this philosophy I use is basically like support sometimes. Arrow coasters don't really have that. So yeah, I kept that in mind when it came to designing this. I also did like I tried to make the connections as realistic as I could, and I was really happy with how the connections looked on the corkscrew. I was going to do like the corkscrew like truss design, however I definitely did not have the time to do this because after all I've only got a week to actually make this coaster. So yeah, I was. If you guys saw my TikTok, if you guys do follow my TikTok, I did actually finish this a few days ago. I think I finished this on the Wednesday, and this released on the Saturday. I did finish this quite a while back. The only reason why I haven't posted it until now is because I had stuff to do with like Hyperpark and also college stuff, and I've only just actually got around to doing the editing for the video, including this long voiceover. That's the main thing that takes quite a while when it comes to doing these videos, is just the voiceovers, as I found out quite a few times now. Here we are now doing like the maintenance track. Again, I went with the truss designers. That's a lot of coasters, even well, yeah, most coasters do use like a truss design when it comes to the transfer tracks, which is why I went for that. Obviously, I am going to try and stylize these coasters as much as I can, because if I'm going to go into the effort of custom supporting it, I may as well do a bit of work as well when it comes to the like ride build and stuff like that. And again, this is definitely more like a Six Flags kind of vibe, like the whole entire theme of it. I call it a theme. It's not. It's barely even stylized, to be quite honest with you. The main bit of stylization is how it goes through an inversion over the water. Here we are then doing some of the path work now. That's one thing. That's one thing that I did want to get right with this, was try and get the path work as good as I could. Because you know it does go a long way if you get the pathwork good. I did do like a little cattle pen queue. I only made this queue quite a short one. You can see there we do a little bit of a cattle pen queue and then connect that back up to the actual pathway. I had a pain trying to get the queue lines matching up perfectly, because I just wanted to make this look as good as I could get it. But in the end, it did all work, as you can see there. It all works out. And yeah, obviously we've got the fast pass queue and also the main entrance queue. So yeah, moving on to what projects I'm doing. Obviously we've still got Hyperpark, that the next episode of that releases next week. After that, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get an episode out for a while. It's not down to the fact I haven't filmed the episodes. I've filmed the episode. It's the editing side of things, because as soon as I come back after half term, because I've got this week, I've got this week of college, and next week I've got off, and then as soon as I come back, I'm back to doing exam stuff. And yeah, so I probably won't be able to get an episode of these of this series out for a little while. I'm going to try and do at least one during the half term. There might not be one coming out next week as I'm recording this, so I'm going to try and do one during the half term. If there is one that comes out during the week, then you know, be surprised, because I don't know if I'm going to get a video out next week. Hopefully I can get a video out. As so far this year, I've actually managed to post a video nearly every single week. So if I could keep that going, that would be really good, because if you guys have watched me for a while, you know my upload schedule isn't exactly the most consistent, which is quite a funny one. But as soon as I started doing building a coaster a day, that's when my uploads just started to become a bit more consistent and a bit more better. Something else that happened, I can't remember if I think I might have spoken about this in the last episode of Hyperpark, but we hit 200 followers over on TikTok. If you guys aren't followed to my TikTok, do be sure to go drop me a follow, as all support over there is appreciated. But yeah, I managed to hit 200 followers. I know it's not much in the grand scheme of things, especially when it comes to TikTok. However, I'm all of my social medias, they're all just a passion project. Like, I just enjoy doing it. I don't do it to seek any kind of rewards or anything like that. I just do it. I do it because it's just fun and relaxing sometimes. Sometimes being the very, very key word there, because sometimes it is an actual pain, especially when you try to get videos out on time. But no, all that I do is just passion projects, and any support I do get towards the channel is really appreciated, as I do enjoy doing this sometimes. The times when I don't enjoy it, I really just hate it, and I just don't want to do it anymore. But I do still enjoy it, and I by no means am I a content creator. I'm just a theme park enthusiast who has a YouTube channel, and yeah, I've had quite a slow gain when it comes to social media. But you know, any kind of support on my channel, really, it does mean the world to me, and yeah, it goes towards all kind of theme park stuff. Hopefully as well, I shouldn't be hopefully not too far away, I might be getting a vlog out soon, and that will be from Alton Towers, because I am doing a challenge very soon. When that's going to be, I'm not too sure. It could be in the half term, it could be after that, I'm not too sure. I will keep you guys obviously notified where, if you know, when that does happen. But I'm doing a little challenge for that. If you guys didn't follow my TikTok, then you would have had the chance to actually join the challenge. And what I'm doing is basically letting you guys decide my day at Alton Towers, which will be quite an intriguing one, to say the least. So I won't know anything about what's being chosen on the day. So I am looking forward to doing that. And yeah, I've got a few people who are going to do it. So it's going to be quite a lot of fun to see what you guys suggest me to in absolute terror throughout my day, because I'm hoping I don't get non-stop CBeebies land rides, because then that's just going to become a very, very boring video and a very boring day for me. So yeah, hence why hopefully that doesn't happen. But if any of the people who are entering are actually watching this video, then please take my advice, don't subject me to torture. Please don't. Because yeah, I haven't been to Alton Towers since 2024, so if you can get me on all the major coasters, I'll be happy. So yeah, either way, I digress. Let's go back into what we're actually doing in this video. Just doing a little bit more of the realism then. This is like one of the staff gates for the ride op cabin. You know, because yeah. Well, if you can't get into the op cabin, then you can't operate the ride. Simple as. But I was originally going to do like the seat, or sorry, no, the row numbers actually on the roof, as you guys saw me doing before. But then I decided to do it on the actual floor, because I just felt it looks a little bit more nicer, and it suits it. Well, it fit into the area. Well, it didn't fit into the area, but it just fit into the building a bit more. Because the way I designed this, all the row numbers basically interfered with with all the supporting posts, so it didn't look very good on the station. And it just made it look a little bit messy. I actually managed to get the station done all in one sitting, as you're seeing with this. I did manage to get it all done in one sitting, which isn't really normal for me. Normally I take a little while to do it. Just doing a bit of a baggage hold there. This is doing like some of the stylisation side of things. Getting to closer towards the end of the time lapse. I'm pretty sure you guys will be glad of that. No, I am, again, like I said before, I'm really impressed with how I managed to get this looking. It's probably one of my more realistic coasters builds. As you guys know, I do try and do it as realistic as I can with these things. So yeah, like I said before, I'm happy with how this came out. I'm not 100% with how it came out. Like if I had an extra week, I probably would have done a little bit more theming, maybe like some effects and just simple stuff like that, just to make it look a little bit nicer. If you're now putting the actual name for the ride in, I named this myself. I know I should have probably got you guys to name it, but I just wanted to get it named nice and quickly, so that way I can get it up on my TikTok. I'm pretty sure though, if you guys do follow my TikTok, you would have seen the POV for this when I did actually release it. When was it I released it? I think I released it the day I finished it on the Wednesday, which is which feels like an age away for me, but either way, the name of the ride is Vortex. It's a very old gen Arrow kind of name, like because you get like Corkscrew and ride names like that. Even Alton Towers had a Corkscrew coaster, but no, that's the whole entire vibe for the coaster. And like I said, old gen Arrow. We're actually putting in a wait time board. That is the end then of the time lapse. Then we're going to go move into real time in a second, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the time lapse. Here we are then in real time then by Vortex. Then you can see the coaster flying about there through the corkscrews, again realistically profiled, and looks really nice. I'm very happy with how Vortex looks. It's a very cool Arrow, and I did really enjoy doing it. I was actually going to do a Vekoma MK1200 anyways for one of the episodes of the series. You can see the coaster about to go through the layout. Like I said before, it does vertical loop followed by a dive loop or a side. So I think it's a sidewinder. I can't remember. But yeah, it goes into a sidewinder, then turn into a bit of a mid-course, and then turn into the double corkscrews and into a helix to end the ride. You can see just going around there. The friction is quite low for this, or else it just would have stalled at that section there. You can see it go through the corkscrew now. I really like the speed it goes through the corkscrews as well. It's just really nice to watch this ride, and I'm very, very happy with this, as I always am. I've tried to put a decent amount of foliage in and around the area, just to make it look a little bit more presentable, and I do really like that. We'll go down the fast track entrance because I cannot be bothered to go through all that cattle pen queue there, as you can see. No, we'll go straight up into the station. Something that's funny with my Planet Coaster is how it glitches sometimes, because for whatever reason, when you put the ride in test mode, all the guests just get stuck in the air gates like that, and it becomes very, very annoying. I don't know what happened there when I went down the steps, but you can see that there's all the there's all the row numbers. But let's go for a ride then on Vortex. So that was Vortex then, my Arrow Looper. If you guys did enjoy this one, please hit the like, subscribe button, turn on notifications if you're interested in more Planet Coaster 2 content. But before we go into the actual outro then, just go over the coaster. You can see it satisfying to go through the corkscrews again. It's another one of those, it's one of those kind of rides which it's just satisfying to watch a ride around the track. And like I said before, I'm really happy with this. I did forget to do a ride photo unit, but I don't think that's going to be the end of the world really. Again, really happy with the profiling, and it's almost a perfect circle on these on those corkscrews. There's it's a bit dodgy on the entrance into the corkscrew, but everything else is fine. The loop was a little bit funny to profile when it comes to like the banking, but that's the smoothing tool more than anything else. So it's not the most intense ride in the world, but it's also a very, very realistic coaster then. Like I said before, if you guys did enjoy this episode of the Realistic Coaster series, please hit the like and subscribe button, turn on notifications if you are interested in more Planet Coaster 2 content. Next episode of Planet Coaster 2 will probably be Hyper Park, so yeah, I can't wait to see you guys in the next episode of Hyper Park, and yeah, I'll see you guys in a brand new video next time. Goodbye.